What's going on, SOFTWASH TV? Kyle here. I hope you guys are having a great night. It's actually morning right now. It's about 2:30 a.m. I've been hard at it tonight, hitting some commercial locations. So I'm out here, just got a building cleaned up. It was filthy, guys. It was filthy. And there's awnings all over this building. So I was going around working on some of the awnings. Had a little bit of organic growth and some pollen buildup, but you can see it right. Red awning right there. One farther down. Drive through. Got it surface cleaned and cleaned out. Had to use a caustic degreaser. Had all types of oil stains out here. Got about 90% of them cleaned up. Some of them are just so deep that they ain't coming out. So Gold Assassin for the win. If you need some degreaser, check out Gold Assassin. I used to be a distributor. I still am if I want to be, but I'm taking a break from selling equipment and selling chemicals right now, just focusing on washing since we're so busy. But got this commercial customer all cleaned up. All of their associated concrete and curbing, the building. Dumpster pad right here, got the concrete. Retaining walls and everything cleaned up. But I wanted to jump on here. I'm like, all right, it's time to make a video. So what can I make a video about? I'm getting a big influx of, new people to the industry and newer guys. So some of you older guys that have been in the industry, this ain't nothing new for y'all, but I want to break it down for some of these new guys. And I want to talk about the 3 most innovative devices that have been created for soft washing and pressure washing. So we're not going to talk about a pressure washer, but let's talk about the 3 most innovative tools that aid us in our job and make our lives a hell of a lot easier, guys. And these are devices that I use on a daily basis, and if I didn't have them, I don't think I would want to do this for a living, because they make my job that easy. So let's talk about it. The 3 most innovative devices for soft washing and pressure washing. Let's go. All right, everybody, we just fast forwarded a few hours and I'm out here at my wash truck, and the first game changer item that was developed for our industry that I want to talk about is a metering system, okay? So you see them all over the place. Most professional companies that especially do roof washing and stuff, they have a dedicated soft wash pump and they have a blendable system. Now what this allows you to do is, instead of relying on batch mixing where you just have one tank and you make a batch of whatever strength chemical you want, you could fine tune your chemical on the fly. If you want a 1% mix to soft wash homes or a building or something like that, or if you want a 6% mix to treat a really dirty roof, you could dial it in right here. And so this one right here is set up where we have water, soap, and chemical, our sodium hypochlorite. And basically our pump draws from 3 different tanks. So instead of having a batch mix in one tank, we have 3 different tanks and we can mix with a blendable system. Now, if you want the real deal McCoy, the real one is called the Pro, P-R-O, Pro Portioner. And I want to give some props to a man named Tim Azelton. He is the person who actually created this item. And now that's an item that is sold at, I believe it's the Power Wash store. So Tim Azelton created this years ago, and it completely changed the landscape of this industry and how we do washing. So big shout out to you, Tim. I know that there's so many builders in the industry now that have a variant of this, and they wouldn't have done it without you. So you paved the road for them. So big shout out, everybody, to Tim Azelton and the Pro Portioner. Right here I have this one from a company down in Alabama, I believe, or somewhere down there in Georgia maybe. And I also have a different one on my other rig. So lots of builders have different variants of this, but game changer. What's up, everybody? Before we continue, just a friendly reminder, make sure you check out SOFTWASH TV Pro, the exterior cleaning industry's answer to the need for quality pressure washing and soft washing training. Not only will you learn about safety, but we will teach you how to wash. Learn from a pro the ins and outs of house washing, concrete washing, and low-pressure roof cleaning. We teach wash techniques and preventative measures for property protection. SOFTWASH TV Pro will educate you about industry equipment and all of the chemicals used during daily operations. Learn marketing strategies from a successful pressure washing company and take advantage of numerous resources that will help you start and grow a pressure washing company. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video. All right, guys, second game changer, innovative device for our industry is called the Flow Pro, and it's by Flow Pro Solutions. The inventor of this product is Judd West. Judd, if you see this, I don't know you, brother, but big shout out to you because you changed the game as well. And for a lot of you new guys, you may not know what downstreaming is. You might just be getting into this industry, but downstreaming is, in my opinion, the most efficient way of washing houses. All you need is your pressure washer and a downstream injector, and you could inject chemical downstream of your pump, apply it to buildings and homes, and you could wash buildings. I'm a firm believer that that's the way to go for 99% of washing, but some guys use dedicated pumps for soft washing houses and stuff like that, but I'm a downstream guy. And the Flow Pro is a game changer device that makes your life a lot easier. It saves you a ton of steps back and forth to your truck, because most people, when they're downstreaming, they have to go back and forth to their truck to remove like a drop stick out of the chemical that they're injecting. So you can imagine if you're doing 3 to 5 homes a day and how many times you have to go back and forth to your truck just on one job alone. So let's talk about the Flow Pro and what differentiates that device from others in the industry and why it's just in another league of its own. So let's talk about it. All right, y'all, this is one of my rigs for my company right here. This one we call Rufio. Awesome custom rig I had built at Industrial Cleaning Equipment out of Wilmington, North Carolina. If you need some equipment, check them out. I'll put their number in the video description. But whenever I had this rig built, I requested a Flow Pro box. Now, basically what this does is, we just talked about when downstreaming, most people have to go to and from their rig to take the drop stick out of the chemical. This allows you the ability to remotely control. You have a little remote control that you could have with you, and you could hit on or off. Whenever you hit on, you'll get an LED indicator showing you that you're applying chemical. So it's going to be drawing from your chemical whenever your light's on and you hit the on button. Whenever you hit off, it stops drawing chemical, and then you can start rinsing. The thing that makes this device so awesome is it's not just a remote downstream box. This is actually an injector bypass. So it has like a 12-volt actuator that bypasses your downstream injector. So let me show you. Y'all, big shout out to ICE. They mounted this up here super slick for me. You can see I have my downstream injector right here. The barb is on the other side. But do you see this right here? So you have your 12-volt actuator and you have a loop. This is a bypass loop. So a lot of people have this on their rig already, but this is set up where you could remotely open and close it or bypass your injector. So a lot of people who have other variants or other remote control boxes, they don't get increased flow whenever they stop drawing chemical. This one, whenever you're not drawing chemical from your injector, this bypasses your injector completely. So you have complete flow going through your high pressure hose. You'll have complete flow going through it. And this is going to aid you big time whenever you're using a surface cleaner, or maybe you're out there and you got a big 3-story house and it's a windy day and you need that extra reach. With this device, you're going to have increased flow for your rinsing capabilities. So, invaluable piece of equipment. Not only can you remotely control when you spray chemical, but the biggest benefit is your ability to bypass the injector completely and have increased flow. Now, just like the blendable systems, the knockoffs of the Pro Portioner, there's a lot of people who have came out with other variants of this product. Like I said, I sold a handful of them at one time, but mine operated completely different. And most other options in the industry work just like this one. You know, this was a great option when I sold it because it was more affordable. But if you spend the extra money, you get the increased capabilities with that injector bypass. All right, let me show you how this one works and why this one is different. And everybody, this is a box that I used to sell, so don't ask for it. I no longer sell this product, but it was a cheaper option than the Flow Pro solution. But it failed in terms of offering the same capabilities as Judd West's product. So let's talk about it. This box right here, same as Judd's, I could turn on. So it's got an on button. This one I even threw a voltage meter on, USB ports to charge your phone, 12-volt port for auxiliary lights if you want it on top of your truck. Badass, but it worked differently. So as you can see, this high pressure hose right here, this is a jumper hose. It goes to my pressure washer. And it goes to the swivel all the way out to the reel, and that goes out to your gun or your wand. But in line with it, I have my downstream injector. So when I hit the on button on my remote, You know, I get visual indicator that I'm now drawing soap through my chemical injector, because this motorized ball valve right here, this is a PVC ball valve, it's motorized. It's open, it's in the open position right now. So it's drawing chemical through this hose. This hose goes straight to my chemical tank. And then whenever I hit the off button, off, you know, the light stops. This motorized ball valve, you might be able to hear it. It just closed. All right, so now this valve is closed. Chemical can't go through it if it's closed. But the high pressure hose is still in line with the injector. So when high pressure is going through the hose, it still has this injector right here. And what that causes is a loss in volume when you're applying chemical and rinsing with this type of unit. All the other boxes on the industry, most of them, I won't say all of them, I'm sure someone's knocked Judd West off and came up with the same thing. But all the other boxes operate like this, where it just opens and closes a motorized valve in line with your injector on your chemical line somewhere. But they fail to bypass the injector like Judd West's product. So I hope that makes sense. I wanted to break that down Barney style for you guys. Some people just don't understand how these injector boxes work. So hopefully that little bit of insight has educated you. And if you're in the market for a box, you know, Judd West boxes are like $600, I think. A lot of other competitors that sell boxes are probably close to that, but they don't operate the same, and they don't give you that increased flow that really helps you out, especially with surface cleaning. You're going to be faster at surface cleaning, and you're going to be able to shoot higher with increased flow. So Judd West, big shout out to you. All right, y'all, game changer number 3, and these are in no order, right? I didn't rank these in any order, but number 3, I saved for last because this device is made in North Carolina, where your boy's from. So had to save this one for last. It's actually made in Garner, where I wash at. So this device is called the XJet, and I cannot even tell you how many of these are probably out in the field being used every day. So one of the most popular products, game changer products in the industry is this XJet. And the XJet is this right here. This one actually has an M5 adjustable twist nozzle, so you could go from like a 0-degree stream to like a fan tip if you want a fan tip. These are great too if you just want the M5 twist for your washing. I would not wash without it. This is such a great adjustable nozzle right here. But this XJet is so innovative. We just talked about how important downstreaming is and how efficient it is, but downstreaming has its limitations, just like everything else. One of the limitations is the strength at which you could pull. Most downstream injectors can only pull upwards of 1.5% sodium hypochlorite. This allows you to pull a lot hotter mix. You could pull up, I believe, don't quote me, depending on what size machine you have, you could pull upwards to a third of what your strength is. So if you have 12.5% bleach, you could spray a mix around 4% strength with an XJet, and that's huge because you don't have to go and invest all that money for a dedicated pump. You could use something like this in pre- and post-treat driveways and have great results. I don't recommend washing roofs with it because a lot of roofs, most of them, you need a really hot mix, upwards of 5 and 6% sodium hypochlorite. Then that's where your dedicated pump is going to come into play. But this thing is a game changer, and it's innovative for a number of reasons. One was the ability to pull a hotter mix. 2 is the ability to pull different ratios of mixes. So you have your adjustable nozzle right here. You have your plug. This is what's actually going to go into like your gun or the end of your lance. And your XJet has a barb on the bottom side. Inside that barb, you could put different types of tips. He has different colors that mean different ratios. So if you want a house wash solution, you just have a jug. This is going to go into a jug of chemical. And you could put like a red or a beige tip in this. And it's going to have the size orifice you need for a house wash solution, where you're going to spray like 1 to 1.5% sodium hypochlorite. If you want to pull a hotter mix, you just put a different color plug or proportioner, they call them proportioners, inside of this barb, and then you're pulling a stronger mix. So the ability to pull different strengths is really cool, but you don't just have to spray bleach with this for soft washing. I use this all the time for degreasers and other chemicals that I'm spraying. So like I said, right here, this is going to go to like a 5-gallon jug or a 5-gallon pail. I don't recommend just putting it in a bucket. You could get specialty lids for your jugs that have a drop stick and a barb, and then you could put this right on the barb. That way, if your bucket tips over, you're not spilling 5 gallons of chemical in someone's yard, but you just hook it right up to the pressure washer, and you're in the game. You could be soft washing houses with this, and they're about $150. So, big shout out to Ken Sapik. Big dog, you did good. I love this thing. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. I want to keep this video as short as possible. I appreciate you watching. If you like the content, as always, give me a thumbs up. And if you use any of the equipment that I talked about in this video, show support for that company and that inventor. Unfortunately, a lot of times the dudes that create this type of equipment that's very impactful in our industry, they don't get the credit that they deserve. So show your support, please. And I hope you guys are doing great. I got to go out here and do some more commercial work, just like the job you saw at the beginning of this video. We out here rolling. So if you're trying to get traction in your company, join SOFTWASH TV Pro. I'm very transparent about my marketing plans and my marketing strategies, how I land these jobs and how I do so well. And if you need some training, like I said, we got a lot of people, a big influx of new people into this industry. I cannot stress how important training is. I just saw a video the other day of a dude going out there and messing up somebody's property. It's easily avoidable, guys. You just need the training. You need the foundation. If you don't have that, check out SOFTWASH TV Pro. It's hands down, the biggest bang for the buck when it comes to resources and training for pressure washing is $49. So you guys take it easy. I'm getting out of here having Mediterranean bowls tonight. So Mediterranean chicken and hummus and tzatziki sauce, all that stuff. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.